I don't know if you saw our original Aerogogo video, but we had a couch that was magic. We found it back in the woods over there, and this thing was incredible. Very durable, water resistant. Now the company came back to me and said, hey, can you take a look at this product? And I like this one just as much. Are these pumps even worth it? Let's see what it has to offer. Power of pumps have come a long way. I mean, it was just a couple years ago where the pumps you got were relatively large. Most of them you had to plug them in, but the ones you didn't, they didn't last all that long. First, let's take a look at this thing's design. It's orange, which means it's a pretty uncommon color out in nature, which means if you lose it, you'll be able to find it pretty quick. Aha! It's rugged. I feel like I can beat this thing up pretty good without harming it. You just saw me chuck it, it'll be fine. That's nice and all, but what else can this thing do? At first glance, this thing looks pretty simple, but don't let its size fool you. It's not only a pump, but it's also a vacuum and a lantern. That's 3 tools in one compact package. Now it's pretty basic and straightforward with its features. It's got a fan. Now that thing's blowing already, and I don't even have an adapter on it. Alright, so 3 different settings. It's got metal where it needs to be. Got a nice little hook right here, as well as another one right here. And it's got a lantern. So that one also has 3 settings, as well as an SOS. Pretty bright even during the day. And then a USB-C connector. And it's compact enough to throw into literally any gear bag without taking up too much space. Or even your pocket. It also comes with an assorted bag of goodies. They're really just adapters for different pieces of equipment or different vendors. Now the GigaPump 5.0 from Aerogogo is supposed to do 500 liters per minute. But let's not take my word for it. Let's put it to the test. First thing I'm gonna do is figure out which one of these adapters needs to go on this thing. Now it's got a bunch of different attachments, and I don't see a diagram for which one's gonna go where, so I'm gonna go ahead and use the silicone one. Let's get this thing aired up. But first, make sure we got all the air out of it. All right, it's pretty slim. Let's give it a pump and see what happens. Just like previous videos, I'll put up a timer somewhere in this area. To see how long this thing takes. Oh, it's full, but I should probably stop there. This thing's pretty hard. Alright, I probably put a little bit too much air in there. I don't want to ruin my air pad, but that thing is solid. This one releases pretty good, but a lot of the bigger air mattresses or the couches and stuff that take a little bit of time to deflate, check this out. This is not only an inflator, it's also a deflator. Put the adapter on the other end. Let's see how long it takes this thing to let the air out. Oh, well, that's pretty quick by itself. So there you have it. Now with 25 minutes on turbo and about 60 minutes on low, that's plenty of time to fill up even all your buddies' AirPads, or couches, or love seats, single chairs, kayaks. I wonder if it'll even do bike tires. Probably not. My truck? Now when your fire's struggling, you can hit it with a little extra air. Now you can get down there with this, no problem. But if you pair it with one of these metal straws, you can extend it and step back a little bit. Either way, this is going to get you through a hike. Now let's see how much it weighs. 6 ounces. So let's break it down. Pros: it's compact, multifunctional, and powerful. Plus, it's rechargeable, and it comes with all the accessories you'll ever need. The cons: if you're on a long trip and doing multiple things like kayaks, you might need to recharge it. Now, the one bad thing I noticed is it doesn't have a carabiner. It's got a place you could put it on a hook, but it would be so much easier. There's not a lot of spots inside a tent. Now, you could bend it, pull this out and put it back in, wrap it around something, but neither one of these are a carabiner. I would love for there to be a little spring right there and an opening so you can just quickly slap it on something. But if your tents have pockets like mine do, you're good to go. But you wouldn't be able to put it on a tag like this without a carabiner. But that's definitely enough light for pretty much any tent. This is a 6-person tent and it's lighting it up nicely. Probably too much light. So what do you think? Is this thing worth it? I mean, for hikers, this may not be the absolute lightest option out there. But that's also where cost versus weight comes into play. Now, if you're a camper and you want to save on space and kind of have a multifunction tool, it's a win in my book. What do you guys think about them? And compared to the competition? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, gang. I'll go ahead and leave a link in the description in case you want to pick one of these up. And until next week, stay wild. If you like this type of content, make sure you check out our YouTube channel where we have hundreds of videos just like this. If you want to see our newest adventures, be sure to click the subscribe button and ring that bell so you never miss another video.